With so many incredible new games on the mobile gaming scene already in July, there's almost no time to play even a tenth of them if we wanted to. However, the wave of new releases, as always, never really stops, and July has been coming up with more. A lot more. Today we're looking at 20 more enormous mobile exclusive and console to mobile ports for your Android and iOS devices as well. Let's go. Number 1. With 1 million downloads on the App Store as of a few days ago, rated a literal 5 out of 5, we've got over here Crystal of Atlan. It's a game I've mentioned occasionally in a few upcoming lists, but it is now here, even on TapTap. The folks at Newverse, the same people behind Marvel Snap, described as a Aetherpunk themed action RPG powered by the Unreal Engine 4, which is a heck of a lot for a mobile game. Crystal of Atlan over here has got an impressive focus on its graphics and some remarkable rendering effects in both gameplay and cutscenes. Check it out in case you missed it. It's a quick one. Restart on second hands is and has been amongst the most anticipated mobile games of 2023 for quite a while. This game was aired and went through a few betas already, but that was it. That is until last week, because the game is now on TapTap globally in its pre-registration state with crossplay support, supposedly coming in on PCs as well. I mean, it's already there on BlueStacks, it's about 5 GB in size, and it's probably the most advanced game in visuals in the list today. Not just that, it's also huge in scale. Now look guys, been quite some time, we've been waiting for the global version of it here, so it's finally here. A couple of days ago, Snowbreak Containment Zone went global and it's sitting on both Google and the App Store for free and takes down about 4 GB of storage. It's an RPG action shooter that has over 3 million registered players, and that was actually until yesterday. If you like anime style games like, I don't know, Nikki, but also battle royals in 3D, well, Snowbreak does a pretty good job in delivering a third-person shooter with some really good visuals and really intuitive controls and gameplay. Number 4, we have Tower of God New World. It's an RPG strategy anime. It's actually coming from the same developers of 7 Deadly Sins, the Lineage games, Marvel Future Fight. It's already pre-registered over 1 million times on the Play Store alone. Not just that, it's available on the App Store BlueStacks with crossplay support on PCs as well. Game's already meeting a lot of positive acclaim on websites. It's a card-style strategy RPG, like I said, inspired by the series of Tower of God games and actually quite focused on story. Rated by the Google Play team as the most well-received and downloaded free-to-play RPG of the month, at number 5 we have XDRP. It's an RPG semi-open world adventure, quite similar to Brookhaven RP in Roblox, and also coming from the same developers of PKXD, which is another adventure sim the company made that's downloaded over 100 million times. XDRP over here is actually quite the same in quality. It's almost downloaded 1 million times just recently and takes down about 300 megabytes and is free. Moving on, it's the highly praised sequel to the Hits game, which is by the way short for Heroes of Incredible Hits. An MMORPG hack and slasher that began its life more than 7 years ago on mobile. If you know the series, you also know that the sequel has been around for a couple years now, but is finally arriving on the Western regions in English in about 1 week. Game's already pre-registered north of 1 million times. Here's a trailer. The game will eventually take you down about 6 GB of storage. Number 7, we have a multiplayer knockout battle royale party game, just like Fall Guys or Stumble Guys, except it's actually the first work of its developers and regardless, very well received one that's downloaded over 30,000 times since only days ago. Mobile Party here lets you go in rounds of 3 stages with up to 32 players at once in a series of really different levels and unique obstacles so that you can have a rather different approach on knocking down other players. Game's playable online, of course, takes you down about 300 megabytes and actually supports a controller. With almost 500,000 downloads since only 4 days ago. Number 4, it is Eternal Three Kingdoms. It's a pixel art casual action and an RPG idle strategy set in the Dynasty Warriors universe that's coming from the famous Come To Us team. The same developers of Critica. Now if you do look up the Play Store, Eternal Three Kingdoms is actually rated at 4.6 out of 5. But there's a lot of complaining and low ratings too, which always something like that means that this is not a game for everybody. If you like pixel art, classic stuff, developers are actually releasing patches almost every day. It's a free game, takes you down about 700 megabytes tops. If you like idle-style action RPGs, or rather MMORPGs, because this one's a little different from the rest of the pack of autoplay RPGs that are releasing in waves recently. We've got over here Apocalypse Dual Dream. As you can see in sections, a cyberpunk style fantasy hack and slasher, somewhat inspired by Devil May Cry's and combat characters, with very rather beautiful visuals and a very rewarding pace to it. The whole game is about 1 GB in size, 1.5 tops on different devices. It's available on both Google and the App Store with a 4.5. It's free, it's actually playable online.
Like adrenaline or stale grog. I've been in enough scraps to fill a dozen scrapbooks.
Some of you might know both The Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2 Revenge has been out on the Google and the App Store for quite some time. Now, Return of the Monkey Island, however, has been a long time coming, in fact, for over 4 years. It's here now, finally, and set to be coming out fully and out of its pre-registration phase for the price of $10 on both platforms in about 5 days. Here's the trailer in case you missed it. The game will take you about 4 gigabytes, 3-point health, and it is in case you don't know, it's a puzzle point and click adventure.
Fresh creep wood.